Hi guys, welcome back to a new weekly. They come around, don't they? Thank you to everybody that's been watching my July Plan With Me video. You guys rock and I really appreciate the views. But on to this, because I've just talked right over the fact that you may have noticed that I'm freehand brush lettering. This week, I thought I'd give it a go. In my Plan With Me, I had one page dedicated to freehand lettering. So I've been bit by the bug. I'm going to go for it. It goes against every part of my perfectionist brain, but I'm quite liberated by sitting down, giving it a go, and not being disappointed with the outcome. So the theme this week is balls, which doesn't sound very enticing, does it? I've got a screensaver at work, which is loads and loads of multicoloured balloons all going up a wall. I thought that looked really cool. So that's what my inspiration was for this week. So I'm going in with a pencil and I'm just drawing in lots and lots and lots of different shaped circles. Large ones, small ones. I'm not being neat, I'm not being particular about it. I just want to go and cover as much of the space as I can so that I can break up the days of the week. Which means I can go in with a Faber Castell Pitt artist pen. I think this one is size small. So I'm going to pick one circle to start with and then just draw in all the other circles. I'm not going to have them overlapping. Obviously I want them to look like they're all layered on top of each other and underneath. So I'm just going round. If you look close enough, you'll realise that half the circles that I'm drawing aren't even very circular. But I'm not too bothered. I think once I put all the colour on, the little mistakes and the little ovals will start to blend back into the main piece. So don't be hard on yourself when you're drawing lots of circles. They don't have to be perfect. I must admit though, at this point, because I freehand lettered my days of the week, this spread came together so quickly. It was a little bit shocking. I almost got to the end of this layout and felt like I'd not done enough and that I still had more doodling in me. So I think I'm going to have to add in for next week. I'm going to have to think of a way. I don't have a quote in this weekly, which I'm a little bit sad about because you know how I feel about having a good feeling quote in every weekly that I do. So maybe that's it. But to letter a quote, whoo, that's a lot, right? There's one thing doing the days of the week because we all know we practiced writing out the days of the week. To do a whole quote, ooh. So once I've finished penning out all of these circles, I'm just going to rub out my lines and then we get to my favourite bit, the colouring in. I'm still favouring these Bic killer? Oh, they're not murderous pens. Bic Colour Kids pens, they're the ones. They're really cheap in the UK and I hope they are wherever you are too. And I really find they're just great pens to colour with. So I've tried to order the pens in a bit of a rainbow effect. Now I know rainbows don't start with green, but the order that I'm going is from dark green to light green to yellow. Then I can go from yellow to orange, take the orange down into a deeper, darker orange into red, and then pinks, purples, and then finally into blues. The original plan as I was drawing this was that I was just going to go from green on the left all the way through the colour spectrum to blue on the right hand side. And I think I get to sort of about here and I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to run out of shades. So in the end, I made an executive decision to go all the way from green right through the colour spectrum to blue and purples and then bring it back to green again on the other side. You'll see what I mean. That's quite hard to describe. But I think sometimes when you're planning out a spread, sometimes the idea you have and the execution that you end up doing are two different things. So you have to be willing to roll with the punches and change your plan. And it's always quite weird to look at your spreads, especially if you film them or photograph them. So I'm watching this now as I do the voiceover and all I can see are all the ovals and all the little weird cronky little circle shapes that I've drawn. And it does heavily look like Skittles, doesn't it? I'm just going to put it out there. I've got to say it before you guys do. It does look like I've done a spread full of Skittles. They in no way look like balloons whatsoever. Anyway, so I'm going to go across. I'm moving my way across. I've gone through the purples and the blues and then I'm going to take it back now to the pinks, the reds and take it all the way back again. And that's as much doodling for this spread as we're going to do. I know, it's quite a shock for me. But I wanted to do something quite nice and simple. I'm going to do my highlighting the lines on each of the days of the week. You'll see that because I picked the most hideous colour to do that with. So the ending for this spread wasn't so great. Up until this point, I was really impressed and thinking, I'm really enjoying this. And then I go and add add some lines in, and you'll see that, and we can all have a little chuckle. In hindsight, there are a bazillion colours that I could have picked that would have been better. Did I choose any of them? Oh no, I did not. Let me know in the comments if that's you, if you've got 90% of the way there on a spread or a layout, and then one of the last things you do turns out to be one of the biggest mistakes you make, and you think, why? It happens to all of us, I'm absolutely sure of it. So I'm hoping you've got some great stories for me too. In a feeble attempt at making these little orbs look spherical, I'm just putting a little bit of shading on the bottom left and right hand, just to try and give them a little bit of 3D. Here's the pen. I went with Crayola Grey. No, don't do it. It's really dark. It could have been quite a few shades lighter, let's face it. It's very dark. I don't know how my everyday pen that I write in is gonna do with this, but we're gonna make the best of it, guys. So this is the spread, and it's all finished. I'll let you know how the incredibly dark grey gets on. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a go at doing it yourself. Don't worry about the circles, they'll turn out fine. As always, guys, I'll see you soon.